Hi everybody, today I'm going to tell you the real story of Christmas. 200,000 years ago, when there was more sand and everybody was stuck on overpriced first generation iPhone contracts, there was a girl called Mary and she was dating this guy called Joseph. Joseph was probably okay. He worked for GCHQ in Jerusalem, which the Old Testament didn't really elaborate much on. Why would the British government communication headquarters be based in Jerusalem? So they'd been dating for a while, and then Mary was like, great news, I'm pregnant, and Joseph was like, okay, cool, but before we jump to the natural conclusion that it's a miracle baby, I'd like a lie detector test. Unfortunately, Jeremy couldn't get out there because Air Jerusalem had cancelled all incoming flights due to a foiled terrorism plot involving 2 of every animal and a massive flood. 9 months later, Mary goes into labour, and Joseph tips the guy at the inn to say they were fully booked because lol, and then he puts her on a donkey. Because lol. They also got married before the baby was born, so no one in Mary's hometown of Brooklyn Heights judged them for conceiving a baby out of wedlock, even though Joseph didn't even put in the tip. So Mary didn't have much choice but to give birth in a stable. Joseph uploaded it to Failblog, and some dudes came over to party, and they also brought some shit. Spice, suggesting she be saucy, frankincense to get high, and Abba Gold for ambiance. Baby Jesus was born! Mary called him Jesus Dwayne Christ because it was a holy Jew name and he was now king of the Jews, although King Herod of Bethlehem didn't like him, and so he sent him death threats over Facebook. They all lived happily ever after until the Romans killed him. So as you can see, Christmas is the celebration of life, but most importantly the celebration of Air Jerusalem in coalition with British intelligence and Homeland Security. They foiled that flood, they foiled it, as is said in the scripture. So in the words of Tiny Tim, one of the frog prophets, Genesis 2.1, Merry Christmas, everyone. People's interpretation of Christmas will change from place to place and person to person, but don't forget, my interpretation is the correct one. Subscribe, like this video. I've offended everyone. Merry Christmas.